Okay. So now, are we finally at group 50? Yeah, we're at group 50.
And it's kind of interesting.
All right. We're gonna talk about the experience here, right? So there's an incumbent in this race, and we're just gonna leave it at that. Judge Regina Hawkins is the incumbent in this race, and she's running. Linda Alley is running against her because Judge Hawkins is the incumbent in the race. So we have Judge Alley, who she's also a member of Gator Nation. She's been a member of the Florida Bar for over 20 years, a member of the Broward Bar for over 20 years. She's been in private practice the whole time. I'm doing a lot of med-mal, civil lit type work. 100% of her work is civil litigation, 0% criminal experience, no trial experience whatsoever, 0 civil, 0 criminal. She doesn't do any trials. When we talk about community involvement, she's a member of the Florida.
Is with I see most of her community experience is with legal organizations. Matter of fact, it looks like it's all legal.
All legal. Florida Bar, Broward County Bar, American Association, Justice, Women Trial Lawyers, Florida Trial, Women Trial, it's all that. And we all got all them under our belts, right? Like, so that's not even really community engagement, right? That's more like professional associations. And she put that as community experience. I don't see anything. And even when we talk about her summary is like, this is what she says: I work hard, I work smart, I will devote myself to my position. I will not let anything get in the way of fulfilling my duties to the utmost of my abilities. I have never held a job where I accepted anything less than the best I could do. Being a judge will not be any different. I will make Broward County proud that they elected me on the bench. That's it. You good? Like, what else you want to say? That's all I saw.
That's all I saw.
Yeah. Yes. Not a lot here. Okay.
All right. So her opponent is Regina Hawkins. Regina
Yeah.
Hawkins is being in that particular race. And in all fairness, all disclosure, she's currently under investigation by the Florida Bar or by the Judicial Nominating Commission for an incident that happened where I guess one of the clerks or one of the people in her office or in her courtroom is saying that she laid hands on him, in a choking manner, and she's saying that she was playing around. It was done in a joking manner, but I guess he's saying that he didn't feel that way. So she's currently being investigated for that, and that has not been resolved as yet.
And that's been going on for a long time. I think it's over a year at this point. I think that investigation has been going on for 13, 14 months.
Yeah.
With no resolution.
Her community experience, she's a member of Koinonia Worship Center. She's also a member of Lead Nation. Do you know what LEAD Nation is?
No, I don't.
Okay. And then she's a member of Fathers MIA, TJ Reddick Bar Association, which is the Black Bar Association in Broward, Gwen S. Cherry Association, which is the Women's Bar Association in Miami-Dade County. She's also a member of Delta Sigma Sorority, a member of NAACP. And then it says here that she's a member of the Federalist Society, which is a little strange, shall I say? It's a little odd. The Federalist Society is a Republican, conservative organization. Doesn't seem to mesh very well with the NAACP, but maybe that just shows her well-roundedness, I suppose.
Okay, so I found out what LEAD is. LEAD is the Leaders by Empowerment, Activists by Development organization. And it's in Hallandale, Florida.
Now she's a former prosecutor within the Broward County. Within Broward County, she was a prosecutor since 2013 to now. And before that, she was in private practice. She did civil work.
And she was also a correction officer. So she has she worked in corrections before she went to law school.
So is this one of the questions you had? Like, how do you go from corrections to
No. She was in corrections. She was in corrections. No, that lady was a probation officer. To me, that's different, man. Like probation to the state attorney's office. Listen, you were like, these fools need to be in jail. That's what I think. But I'm not. Those aren't the words that came out of that candidate's mouth. So I don't want to say it. But to me, to go from probation to become a prosecutor, it's like you saw something and you was like, that's what I think.
You have, almost like you have a vendetta.
And they won't answer that question. I'm like, just tell me why. Like, what you saw that made you want to do that, right? No. So she was in corrections. And let me not talk really. I don't want to say being a prosecutor is a bad thing, because sometimes I think, like, had I known maybe a little bit different, I might have considered that profession, because a lot of times they do have power in terms of like what offers that they can make.
They always have power. Let's get that right. I mean, you can be the Franklin Day type of prosecutor.
Yeah.
And you can really wield some great influence in a person's life, or you can be on the other side, as we know of a lot of prosecutors who are they're inflexible. They don't want to listen. They have their mind set already. You're a criminal. They want to punish you, and that's the end of that story. So, it goes both ways. They have all the power in the criminal justice system.
Yeah. So sometimes I think, like, if I wanted to make more influence, that might have been what I should have done. Because like I told you in the beginning that I was a public defender. And one of the things I didn't like about being a public defender was the jail time. I mean, I had clients, and then again, I was in a different part of Florida that's very different from South Florida. And, I had a woman that had gotten arrested for a petty theft. And mind you, the store got all of that stuff back. So she didn't leave with anything. And she had to spend 5 months in the county jail. I'm like, but it was $200 worth of stuff and y'all got all your stuff back. Like, this woman has children. Like, aren't you taking that into consideration? And she was away from her kids for 5 months. She had to find somebody to take care of them. And so, like, that part of it, I didn't like. But I think if I was able to be a prosecutor, I could have made a, maybe say, no, this woman has kids, you're just making the situation worse. I mean, and the thing about it was she was still in school clothes. Like, she needs the kids. I'm not saying what she did was right, but there could have been a little bit more sympathy, I think, on the side of the prosecutors in that instance, particularly where there was no loss really, so.
But this is the importance of having a good judge as well, which is what we're trying to educate the people on. You need to have someone who can look at that particular situation, and even if the prosecutor is being inflexible and unreasonable, the judge is the backstop. They could be the person to say, I'm not sentencing this person to 5 months. I'm not sentencing this person to 5 days.
Yes.
They could do that. They have the power to do that,
right,
because sentencing is their domain. It's not the prosecutor's domain. The prosecutor can make better offers, but ultimately the judges get to determine the sentencing. But let's just finish up on Virginia Hawkins.
Yes.
She does have some impressive awards and honors. It says here that she was recognized by Delta Sigma Theta Sorority, which is a service organization for outstanding dedication and community service. She was given Legacy Magazine's Most Influential and Prominent Woman in Business and Leadership recipient in 2015. She was also given a Certificate of Honor, a resident lecturer for Fathers MIA, the Healing Circle in 2018. So she's been involved in the community, and she's been recognized by some of these community organizations for her work.
Yes, definitely, and to me, and she's also a lecturer, and to me, I think, I went to an event last year, and she was the keynote speaker at that particular event. So she's been invited to several different organizations, and if you see her speak, she's dynamic, and she has a very even temperament, and I think she is the best candidate for this group. And to me, hands down, she's more qualified than her opponent. All other things aside, she's the most qualified. She already had the job. She was doing the job. She's put in the work. She has the experience. She has the community engagement. She has the temperament. And I think she's definitely the person that we should choose, and everyone should choose in Group 50 for Circuit Court.
I voted for her.
Okay.
So there we go.
There we go.